For the next week, I will be strictly eating carnivore diet. So that's not carnivore diet where I'm allowed to have cheese and milk and any of that. I'm gonna go very strict for this next 7 days. I'm only going to have, that's 30 cage-free eggs. Here I have chicken breast, lots of beef, that's over half a kilo, stir-fried beef, minced beef, lots of cuts. I have a T-bone steak, beef ribs, lamb. I even have some cuts of beef liver, and I'm gonna be using butter for all of this and salt. So for the next 7 days, this is all I'll be eating. I first heard of this diet originally from Paul Saladino, and I got very interested in it, and it definitely changed my viewpoint of how I see nutrition and how I see dieting. If you know me, you know that a massive percentage of my diet is meat and eggs, but I'm taking it to an extreme now, and I'm cutting out everything else for the next week. I'm just gonna try it out. I'm gonna see how my body feels, and I'm gonna document it all. So I'll let you guys know how the week goes. I'm gonna start off with the first meal. I think I'm just gonna go very light because I'm not that hungry. I'm gonna make 2 eggs scrambled. If you guys don't know, yesterday I broke my fast. If you're interested in that, go check out my last YouTube video. So today, the diet officially starts, and it's gonna be going till the end of the year. So today's the 25th, and I'm gonna go till the 31st. So enjoy the carnivore diet. See how I go. So I am currently cooking up some eggs. Sadly, we do not have a stainless steel pan. The best case scenario is to use a stainless steel pan. Put the butter on, crack open 2 eggs. Voila. I don't know about you guys, but this is a very small meal, just 2 eggs. I'm gonna start off light and basic. Also mainly because my body's not used to taking this much food during the day since I just came back from a fast. First meal, 2 eggs, light, basic, simple. If you guys don't know, it's basically a keto diet, and you don't have any carbs because all you're eating is meat, which is basically fats and protein, and eggs. The butter is pure fat, so you're gonna need a lot of salt, sodium for energy, and your body's gonna start using your own fat and the fat from the food as an energy source. Now, I've done diets similar to this for brief periods of time, but I haven't gone this strict and for this long. Of course, I've done a long fast, and I haven't done this extreme of a diet. We're gonna see how I go energy levels wise, how my workouts are gonna feel, and just throughout the day, regular everyday things. I'm really interested in seeing what it's gonna do to brain fog, because I've noticed that when I eat pasta, when I eat lots of carbs, I get very lethargic and I crash, and more importantly, I get a lot of brain fog. So we're gonna see how I feel. I'm gonna put lots of butter and lots of salt with everything. I just added more salt to my eggs to really get that sodium in there and to have energy throughout the day. From a micronutrients based perspective, this is a great diet, and I'm probably gonna feel amazing every single time I eat. But we're gonna see how I feel aside from that. Meal 1 completed. It's a very small meal. You could even call it a snack. My body is loving it instantly because eggs are so high in nutrients. Everything you can imagine, eggs are good for. They're a main staple of my diet, and they probably forever will be. The steak cooking outside on the barbecue. I'm just gonna cook up 4 eggs over here. So we're gonna make those, take them outside, put them all on a plate, and enjoy. Eggs over here. Got a piece of liver cooking. Steak has arrived. Liver is almost done. Can't wait. It is officially day 2 of the carnivore diet. Yesterday I had a massive meal, and I ended up eating more than just the steak and eggs. And then I ended up eating everything, but there was so much leftover meat from the barbecue that I ended up having a couple pieces of lamb, couple pieces of like turkey, and I even had beef sausages, I believe. So I actually had a lot of energy. I stayed up. I didn't have any pork. I tried to stay away from it. Energy levels were good throughout the whole day. Yeah, it's pretty late today. It's around 2 p.m. I woke up a couple hours ago, had a glass of water, walked around a lot today. Now I'm off to have my first meal, which I'm gonna have, I think, about 4 eggs, just scrambled eggs. And maybe I'll add a piece of lamb and eat all of that at once. It's just gonna be eating a lot of the same thing for the next week. During that fast, I missed eating eggs and meat the most. It's gonna get a bit boring when it comes to like the variety of what I can eat. But today I really feel like having scrambled eggs like yesterday again. So I'm just gonna have more. So if you're someone who you don't have time to cook and you never have time to think about the food you're gonna make when you get home and you just want something simple, straightforward, then the carnivore diet is that, because you eat the same thing again and again and again. And like I said, the only thing you can change up is maybe the way you cook it. There are carnivore style diets and animal based diets where you introduce fruits or vegetables or other types of food. So you have a variety, but for the most part you're eating the same thing every day. It's just the way you're gonna cook it. It's about it. So I cook, I'm in and out. I eat, I'm not there for long. I eat quickly and then I'm done. And with the carnivore diet, that's just how do I feel like making my eggs? Second coffee of today. I was planning on doing this challenge possibly without any coffee. I really felt it. Like I was like, I don't know if it's the withdrawal symptoms from the sugar and carbs. And I was feeling it. I didn't have enough energy. So I was like, I'm gonna have some coffee and it fixed me right up. I was perfectly fine afterwards. Now I feel good. Yeah, things like this is gonna happen because when you go on a ketogenic diet where it's like fats and protein, you're gonna have energy for like little things like walking, low intensity exercises. But when you go for something high intensity, carbs are really what are going to help you. I'm not saying it's not possible to have like a carnivore style diet without having the energy for workouts like that, but carbs are the best. That's usually what people find to be the best. I personally feel less lethargic, more stable energy throughout the day when I do a more ketogenic approach. So I'm not 100% sure if this is just normal, like you're just gonna have like these little lethargic moments throughout the day because you're not having any carbs and sugar. All I know is that your body takes time to adjust, and I'll keep you guys updated as I go along. I'm not gonna have coffee every day, I think, for the next few days, but I do think that having coffee helps a lot, and you still feel the benefits, like strong just in general, stable energy, and the biggest thing that I've noticed is a completely clear mind. Like my brain, it's the best. It feels so clear and it feels sharp. Tomorrow I'll see how I feel. Another big thing is if I'm taking creatine. I think I'm gonna head to the gym soon, but taking creatine will be a big help and a big boost in energy. If you guys don't know, I've taken creatine without going to the gym. You get massive energy boosts. I'm sure you know all the details about creatine. It's very popular now. Taking that would help a lot. Probably keep supplementing it for the next few days. So strictly carnivore, just eggs, just meat. It takes time. So, to be honest, I haven't gotten sick of this just yet. This has been one of my favorite meals so far, mainly because I haven't eaten chicken in a long time. It's just a matter of like switching up your food, changing it up. The diet's gonna get repetitive, and I honestly don't mind it. So it's officially the fourth day of this challenge. Today I'm gonna be making something I've never really made before. It's sort of like an egg and minced beef pizza. I'm gonna put some of this minced beef on the pan over here, then get a oven dish, crack the eggs into it, mix the eggs, mix it with the beef. So as you can see, there's the egg with the beef. So I'm gonna put that in there. And that is it. So as you can see, after you let it settle, you have this sort of like pizza looking, I like to call it my carnivore pizza. It's literally just eggs, ground beef, butter, and salt. That's all it is, and it's gonna be delicious. All of this is more than enough for a dinner. So there we go. This is delicious. You could also make it with chicken. With chicken, I just do it on the pan like I showed you guys yesterday. So it's kind of interesting. I'm making like these weird carnivore recipes, but I've been eating these things for years. This is definitely one of my favorite ones, if not my favorite carnivore pizza. This is gonna be meal number 2. I drank an entire liter of full cream milk. I'm pretty full from that. I'll see if I can stomach this beef.
Push me out to sea, baby. It's the best thing for us both. I'll be happy out there, baby. Fish below and stars above. And you'll be happier without me.
It is officially day 6 of the carnivore challenge. Yesterday I went to the beach. I enjoyed yesterday. So one thing I will say about this diet, the hardest part will be cravings and social gathering. So if you're someone who's on the carnivore diet, you have to be very disciplined. I'm not going to lie, I've been tempted and I have cheated. Yesterday, my friend bought some M&Ms and I was so tempted to try them. He was like, try one, see how it tastes, and that's it. And I did try it. The hard part is eating, not even knowing when to stop, controlling what you eat. That's harder than not eating at all. That's something that you're probably gonna struggle with this diet at the beginning, and it depends on your character. I don't know how many times I've rejected food. All I had yesterday was a double espresso first thing in the morning. Drank a lot of water throughout the day, went for a swim. But I thought to myself, I feel pretty good, like fasted, and I have energy from the double espresso. I'm just gonna push it off and have a really big meal tonight. So that's exactly what I did. I did get tempted and I broke my temptation. And I'm very disappointed in myself, but I'm not gonna beat myself up. I'm just gonna move forward and get back on schedule. So, and it's something to note. You're gonna get a lot of temptation and it's gonna be hard to kind of like maintain your diet. So if you're someone who doesn't really like eating out, or you eat out rarely, this is a great diet. But it's hard because it's so limited that when you do go out, it's hard to kind of maintain this completely plain. So I can see why I've introduced milk to the diet. I can see how beneficial that is. I can also see why maybe introducing cheese to the diet would be really good. And having butter is just, in my opinion, a great way. And I'm really thinking that this diet isn't good for you long term. But I also think this diet is really good for your mental focus and energy. And it's really good for the gym. And it's really good for taking a break or detoxifying your body from all those bad habits. It's sort of like an elimination diet. For example, me, when I introduced milk, I felt great at first. The other day, I don't know if I just had too much or it was because I played football, but afterwards I drank a lot of milk and at night the digestion was so slow and it didn't feel right. So maybe milk just doesn't mix well with my body, but you gotta experiment with this diet. Keep it very limited and introduce food slowly. I've enjoyed it so far. I think the progress at the gym is fantastic. Like every single time I've went to the gym, even just walking around, you really feel like your muscles are full the whole time and you feel very powerful and very strong. But coming from a boxer's perspective, when you have these super high intensity workouts where you need to sprint or hit a heavy bag or spar, those sugars and those carbs from mainly, in my opinion, like fruits and dates, those are so beneficial for workouts like that and high intensity things like that. Whereas a carnivore diet is better for sort of the more low intensity stuff and more of like the weightlifting. But you're not gonna have the amount of high energy you could have if you have carbs. And I think it's just a matter of like balancing those two. The best way to eat, keeping it to a minimum of fruit, meat, dairy products, and vegetables. If you just ignore the bad things, the junk food, the really sugary processed food, if you ignore those things, you'll notice your body will change immediately. So that's why I pay so much attention to my diet. I think this diet, as I'm doing it, I'm realizing it's very difficult. I've noticed that you need to keep yourself very busy, very good to do it for a short period of time. Yeah, it's just a matter of trying things out. And I think this is a diet that a lot of people should try out. Yeah, I really love the benefits of this. I definitely would do it again, and I would do it again for an even longer period of time. That's my thoughts so far. And I'll give more thoughts tomorrow once the diet is finished. Today, as you can see, we have these 2 pieces of lamb. These 2 pieces of lamb, I already ate about 4 eggs. So this is gonna be the second and last meal of today. Today's officially the last day, day 7, and we're gonna have this massive T-bone steak and 4 eggs. That's it. This is officially the last official meal. This is gonna be it. Go out with a bang. And if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I broke yesterday. I went to go see a movie and I actually decided to have popcorn.